Hello, Soldier Boy here, and we're back after a week's break with more on the gift car only challenge. Daily Race A this week is at Goodwood Motor Circuit in the Golf GTI. Now, it's not the fastest car in the world, but it does handle pretty well. And we managed to qualify for our first race with a 1:41.549, which is a 9th place start. So not the fantastic qualifying time I was hoping for, but as you can see in the mix of the other drivers and cars we're in, not too bad. Now, I will get the excuses in early for this first race. We received a phone call from my other half on a lunch break just as this race was starting. I was hoping I could answer and say, I'll ring you back, before it distracted the start. Unfortunately, it didn't. So we are going to have an atrocious start because of taking a phone call as the race is about to start. So, apologies in advance for the start, it isn't brilliant, as you're about to see. So slow, as cars go past us. Down to 10th, down to 11th. And Neo is going to nudge us off here, down to last. Probably what we deserve for not paying attention to the start. But the good thing about this circuit is it can all go wrong for everyone else. There's always opportunities to catch back up. Margins of error are very small. You have to be very good on your speed, take as much into the corners as possible, but a lot of people will go off, as you will see as we come to this first corner. And 3 cars, no less, have found the grass already. So we're going to gain a couple of cars. There's a couple of positions back, up to 10th. And then another 4 cars find the grass once more, which is going to give us another 3 positions back. So we're now up to 7th. That's 2 places up from where we started. So we're just going to follow Edo through the final corners. I'm not risking anything at the chicane. There's no point. The chicane can be a nightmare if people are battling, so it's easy, just let it go. He's going to go very, very wide on the exit, which does mean we should have good speed coming across the line. And there's still places to be made. Now as we approach the first corner, Edo, he starts to brake a couple of times. We don't need to brake here. That corner there, you do not need to brake for, as long as you use the accelerator correctly. And straight away, we're past him, 6th place. Now, the famous corners of death for other cars coming up. Will anyone else misjudge their braking? Can we take any more positions? And that's another car onto the grass. Starting to go for a bit of off-roading, but now up to 5th. And we are going to skip ahead here, as we're a little bit way off 4th. We're going to fast forward a little bit as we put in some really good speed, give the chicane perfect, and we're going to catch up onto the back of 4th place, all in the space of about a lap. That's how much speed you can carry in some of the corners compared to others. They're also battling ahead, so podium is definitely on here. We're obviously not going to make a move at the chicane. We're going to hold off there, but hopefully we can force a mistake and take a position. Maybe a 3rd is on the cards. Big battle going between them. Are they going to make it through the chicane? Okay, they are indeed making it through the chicane, but Law goes wide. Come back across though. And he's going to hit the other car. He's going to hit Archie as he comes back on. He's then going to move across to try and stop us taking position as well. We're having none of it. We just have the speed advantage. So up to 4th now. Last lap. So anything else we can get here. Law is dropping back the whole time. Don't have to worry about him behind us. It's just trying to catch up with these two. Trying to get into the slipstream. We're just about there. It's going to be close. We need to take some really good corners now. All going to come down to how much speed we can take into the corner. A lot quicker through there, it seems. Not as quick across through that little bit section though, but we are going to take the corner fairly well. But they do seem to have a lot more corner out speed with 2 cars ahead of us. Law is 1.6 seconds behind. Don't have to worry about him. He's gone. Considering he tried to block us going past and he went to hit Archie as well, I'm not worried about him. He's gone. Only we can mess this up now for us. There is still a chance of a podium. They are fighting ahead. The chicane can be bad. But Archie goes well wide. Sorry, not Archie. Law goes wide just before the chicane. Manages to hold it, but we take the position. That's a podium. That's 3rd place. Completely wrong person I was talking about. We managed to hold on 3rd place. What a result, considering we're last within the first couple of corners. What a result for us. Law finally finishing in 4th. We'll take that all day long. Really surprised that Law lost it there. I don't know if there was a touch, but it gifted us 3rd place. That's all we can ask for. And a clean race to boot. Now, the gift car for today is what it's all about. What will it be? And it is the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution Final Edition Group 4. Now that is a Group 4 car. That means we can now use it in other races. We don't just have to do daily race A's if there's a Group 4 race. May not be the best car though. I don't know. We'll have to have a look at the races. We're going to move on. Race number 2. And we increased their qualifying time to 1:39.666. But only good enough for an 11th place start. Now, we started 9th last time, a slower time. It does, because we got a podium, we've obviously moved up into a different lobby. And I am mastering 4 starts this week, it seems. As we see another very poor start. And we're going to get relegated straight down to last. Can we pull off any more heroics though? That's the question. We know there's corners that people can go off at. That's what we've got to hope for. I'm not sure what was going on with my starts, to be fair. Everyone's quite bunched up though. We're still on the back of them. We're not too far away from the lead. And the corners of misery are just coming up, which hopefully we can take advantage of. A bit of door banging going on ahead. People are jostling for positions as we've got a small car on the grass there ahead, red one. Didn't seem to lose too much there though. But here we go. Corners of misery. And once again cars are off. This time 6 cars. Kamikaze, as he rejoins though, hits us. Luckily we managed to keep straight. We did lose a bit of speed, so we didn't gain as much as we could hope for there. And Kamikaze is going to go up the inside as well, gain the position back. We've gone from 12th to 8th because of 6 cars going off. That's not too bad. I think we could have probably got another position or 2 there if Kamikaze hadn't hit us on his re-entry. But there we go. He managed to make his undercut stick. And he is ahead of us. There is a penalty ahead as well. Hopefully that will help us as the race goes on. Got a car just behind us as well. Beware of him. Going into the chicane though. Kamikaze goes very wide on the exit of the chicane, hits the barrier. We should have the speed to go past him there. Is it going to leave the space? It is. There we go. We are past Kamikaze. We're taking the position. 7th place. Not too bad. And we know more can still come yet. There's another podium on offer here as a top 5 or top 6 is still in our sight. Penalty ahead for Titicaca. We're going to take that position as well, up to 6th. As I say, 1 to 5, we can see it. They're in our sights. There is still a chance. Just got to get onto the back of them. That's the important part. As Stansted goes off ahead, he's on the grass. That should bring him back towards us. Although that wasn't Stansted. Different person went off. All I saw was the S and I thought that was him. It wasn't. But he's brought him back to us. We're in the slip. Not that I think it's going to make that much difference. It's all going to be down to chicane speed and exit of the chicane. And that's what we've got to take advantage of. Right on the back of 5th now. Through the chicane, we need a really good exit here. I think it was pretty good. Pretty good speed. It's all about getting that exit right on the chicane. And taking it as quickly as possible, but making sure you get the line correct. Now, we drop back a little bit from the cars ahead. And someone is off ahead. Oh, that is Stansted. Stansted off. So our speed should enable us to get past him. He's not fighting it. He's learned us fast. We have got a better speed. And we're up to 5th. Podium is still on. We're fast forwarding now. Stansted forces us wide there. We fast forwarded to the end of the lap. Didn't forget to say that. Stansted has forced his way. I call him Stan. Make life easier. Stan has forced his way back through. We're now going to chase him down. And this is the final lap. So now we need to push on. We need some position. We need others to make mistakes. We've got more speed than Stan, it seems here. We went to the left, he went to block us. We went to the right again, he's gone to block us. Stop us taking it. And we're going to receive a penalty for corner cutting, as he wouldn't give us the space. Now, I looked at that a couple of times and thought, he blocked the left, we went to the right, he blocked the right. We should have backed off maybe. Don't believe we deserved a corner cut there. We didn't really gain an advantage. But there we go. Now we're catching the cars ahead of us as well. There is still a chance for a 3rd place. These two keep battling. Got to be aware of Stan behind us, as he is right on our tail. Now we're in the slip. We're going to move out just in case. We don't want to be in their way if they start braking early or anything silly like that. Got to be aware of Stan on our outside as well here. Round the front. Stan's going to have a look up the inside and he's going to just touch us off onto the grass. We've managed to hold it. And luckily he ghosts. But then Chronic comes up. Stan hits the barrier. We hit the barrier. Chronic goes off. Chronic will keep his position. We're going to lose position because of penalty anyway. And that just goes to prove that 3 people do not go into that chicane well. I can't tell you who was at fault. I think all 3 of us probably were at fault there. But strangely, Stan, who was behind us, hit the chicane, somehow finishes 5th, whereas we finished 7th. Not too sure how that worked out. That made no sense in my eyes. But we'll take the 7th place. Wasn't the cleanest race, although we got a clean race bonus for it. We gained positions though, that's what's important. And now for the gift card. What are we going to get today? we have the Toyota Yaris, which we already got as an April Fool's car in the first episode. Now we have a choice. Do we keep the red or white? Final race time. So we raised their qualifying time to 1:38.909. That gives us a second place start. Now less races this episode than normal for different reasons. I'm not going to go into them now. But we only managed to do 3 races this week. Second place start. Can we make it stick this time? Can we actually get a decent start? Off the line fairly well. We had traction control on. That did make a little bit of difference. Third doesn't seem to be gaining ever so much. We're going to take the first corner though, and it's all going to start going wrong from here. There's a car right on the tail. We're going to start getting swamped here from other cars. The first phase at the start was good. Second phase, not so much. It's TJ Fish and Rusty Munch. Brilliant name, Rusty Munch. Manages to go past us. We're on the outside. A little bit of door banging, but nothing major. Although it does slow our speed down, and there's Yarda taking advantage. Now into this corner, no one gives anyone any space. All going to end up touching each other. We're going to come off a lot worse than everyone else. We lost another position, and another one, and another one to add to it. We're down to 8th from second place. Liam then forces his way through as well, although he does go off onto the grass. Down to 9th from second. Not the best first lap for us. Some of it our fault, some of it not so much. We're going to try and keep with these cars now. We're not massive time gap between us and first, so there is still a chance people will make mistakes. We just got to keep it clean ourselves. The Rubicon just ahead of us. Now we need a good run into the chicane. They're going to go in side by side. No, Liam's backed off. We've backed off just in case to avoid. We got a decent run out of the chicane, it feels. And we're going to gain a couple of positions because of our speed out the chicane there. There's some squabbling ahead as well. We're going to get a bit boxed in. Got to try and keep it a bit careful around here. A little bit forced wide. So Rubicon forces his way through. Just up into 6th. Liam's forcing his way through as well. We've managed to hold it. We're up to 7th. We're going to take 6th because the Rubicon takes his penalty. Now we're behind him into 6th. What can we achieve here now? I've backed off here just because I didn't want to hit anyone as they were braking, if they braked early, so I've backed off a little bit. Seemed to get a good run though. Still in 6th, got a few cars queuing up behind us, we've got to be aware of it. And there is still a 3rd place on offer here, in theory. I think 1st and 2nd have probably checked out at this point, but we've still got a chance of 3rd. Now Yarda and Waggy, 3rd and 4th, are arguing a little bit between them. And Waggy is forced off by Yarda there, into the barrier. So we're going to inherit 5th due to that little coming together between the two. We're going to get a very good run out of the chicane. As we go to the left, Liam goes across, tries to block us. Doesn't want us to take the position. We had the speed, but him hitting us slowed us down. We're forcing us onto the grass, not giving up space. And as we try and take the corner, we're just going to get a little nudge, which is going to send us right. Now we're going to lose time on the lead because of this. So we're dropping back. We've got a good time to the car behind, but we're going to fast forward now to the last lap, the start of it. And as we start the last lap, you see Liam ahead has got a penalty. He has been battling hard with 3rd, and he's got himself a penalty. Sorry, with 3rd, 4th. They've keeps off position with Yarda. They enable us to go past. He did try and take out Yarda. but we're going to go past after the penalty, and we're actually finishing 4th place. So not a bad result. Could have been better, but there's a couple of people, as you may have noticed, that decided fair racing didn't come into it. We'll just try and block people instead. A little bit unfortunate. Good fun though. So some good results I feel this week. Although we did start in 2nd, which is 4th isn't brilliant when you start in 2nd, I suppose. Now, on for the reason for these episodes, the gift car. What are we going to get this week? Group 3 or Group 4 would be ideal. We are going to get the Dodge Viper GTS N500. Nice looking car. Not something I think we can use anytime soon. Right, that's it for today. Let us know in the comments whether to keep the red or white Yaris. That's the choice we now have. We'll get rid of one in the next couple of episodes. And we'll see you next time. Have a good, nice week. See you later. Bye-bye.